morning everybody, and welcome back to another Tool Tip Tuesday. This one is going to be quick and easy. I am working on James's world traveling album with he and Olivia, and one of the things that I'm doing in this album, which is different from any of my other albums, is I'm making it a lot more interactive. I find that especially James and Olivia, the younger generation, they like it to be a little bit more artistic and creative, like junk journaling, if you're familiar with that. So I've been doing a lot of research on junk journaling, exactly what it is, and I've been playing a little bit more. And one of the things that I really like to play with are peekaboo pockets. And so this particular layout would end up being, in a traditional album, it would end up being 8 pages, maybe 9 pages, which just takes up a lot of real estate in the album. So I decided I was going to try something a little bit different, and here are my layouts. This will be the first page. This is the second page. Again, I said I'm getting creative. I've got peekaboo pockets under all of my little pictures here, which is fun. This will be the third page, and then I do have a lighthouse page, which will be on the next page. So what I decided to do on this page is I decided I'm gonna flip it. So what that means is it's gonna sit in my album like this. And then when you turn the page, it'll turn here, and then these 2 pages will open up like this. So I think that's super fun. So how do we do it? So I've been playing around and watching some videos, and this is the best way. So this is a top-loading pocket. This is a traditional page. So if you're going to use interactive, flippy, floppy pages, especially when they get into the bigger 12 by 12 size, you have to use a traditional page because you need the jeeping on both sides of your page. Okay, so I created it on a regular page, and then I just adhered it onto my traditional page. Okay, so then you've got to make sure you have it lined the correct direction. So in this case, this will be, when I open the page, this will be on the bottom. So this is how it's going to be oriented, and I want this to go on the top. So what I have to do is I have to adhere this part of this page protector onto my jeeping on this side. So in order to do that, let me move that one out of the way. In order to do that, the first thing you have to do is you have to remove these staples. And I just take a pair of scissors, and then they come out very, very simply. So, well, I say that, and then of course I get on camera and it doesn't come out as easily. Yeah, it does. So you just are going to remove your staples from the jeeping edge carefully. All right. Once you do that, you need a very strong adhesive. So Creative Memories sells a max strength adhesive, and I wrote vellum tape on here because my vellum tape's inside, but you can see it says max strength crafting tape runner, and that's what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to adhere it all along the inside edge of my jeeping here. And I'm going to make sure that it's all the way on there really well. Having trouble getting it on the very tippy top. There it goes. All right, once it's on there, then it's just a matter of lining this up on your jeeping. Hopefully you can see. Sorry, I had to pull it closer to myself to see. All right. And now it's a little page pocket, y'all. It fits just perfect. All right, so now I'm going to do the same thing with the second page. I need to make sure I have it the same way. Now, the only thing to note, I should have done it before, but I don't have my page on the back side. But before you put this into your album, you want to make sure you put your page protector on this side. And hopefully it's going to fit the backwards way. I think it will. But just make sure you put your page protector on before you put it in your album. All right, so now this one is going to go this way. So once again, I need to remove my staples. There's one. You just want to do that so that when someone's looking at the album, they don't get poked or on that. All right, so it's going to open this way. So I want to put my adhesive on here really well. I can't wait to show you. I'm working on a very interactive page. Like I said, I've been watching lots of videos on junk journaling and trying to understand it really. And they do all kinds of flippy floppy pages, and it's so I'm trying to figure out how do I translate an interactive page using Creative Memories Peekaboo Pockets. And so I'm really excited about their South of France pages. I'm not quite done, but when I'm done, I'm going to show you. But they're awesome because we have so many different peekaboo sizes, and with the sealer, I can customize them too. So I can take a big 12 by 12 and customize it to pretty much any size I want it to be. So that's been super fun. So hopefully you guys are seeing this. I just lined up the jeeping and I'm pressing down really well to make sure it stays tight. And now my pages are ready to go into my album. How fun is that? That's so fun. So I'll probably put some sort of a tab on here just to let people know to lift it. I'm pretty excited with how that turned out. So, and then it just fits in your album. And again, I mean, it is thicker, but it's not horrible. I don't know if you can see. It's no more than if you just had the pages, 4 of them sitting there. It's just a little different. So then this will be the end of a different layout, and then you flip it open. Oh, a Katie in the fall. How fun is that? Oh, that's super fun. And then we'll flip it this way, and it'll be the lighthouse pages, if you guys saw my lighthouse pages. So yeah, so that's it. That is the technique. Now I could have put another in between here if I wanted. You're just stacking up the jeeping on the side. And so the trick is to make sure you remove those staples, and then you've got to use a really strong bonding adhesive. So in this case, I used the Max Strength because it was just easier to use, but I don't know if you guys remember in the olden days, we used to use something called sticky strip. That would even be a stronger bond. So if I were using multiple pages, it looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see it. I still have a tiny bit of it left. So if I had been using multiple pages stacked up, what I'm using on my interactive for South of France is I'm using this tape because it's stronger. But this is working really well for just a couple pages, quick and easy. So that is the technique. The most important part is to make sure you have them flip in the right way, how you want them to flip before you adhere everything. So that's it. I hope you guys have a really great Tuesday, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.